Today, we're going to talk about the seasons that we go through, how to identify which season you're actually living in, time to be honest, not the one you want to live in right now, but the one you're living in, and looking at the goals that you've set to make sure that they're in alignment with that season. That is going to give you the best opportunity to actually accomplish that goal, maybe for the first time, or at least make some progress on it. I will never be a runner, but I understand that moving my body is important, that I need to do it for my health, for my longevity, and I prefer to walk. So when I'm scrolling social media a few years ago and I see a challenge to do 40 miles in 40 days, I think, why not? Let's sign up. This should be easy. I get a free t-shirt, I get a medal. Cool. Here was the problem. It was January. We lived in Minnesota at the time. And that winter, we got 100 inches of snow. So, of course, by the middle of January, I had just quietly moved along and let it go. And maybe that's how you're feeling now. You had this goal that you were really excited about. But maybe it's just not the right season for you, and that's okay. So what are these seasons? I think that in our lives, we have three kind of seasons that we move in and out of over the years. Sometimes we're in what I call survival mode. If you have a brand new baby, that's survival mode. You're just doing what you have to do to get through each moment of each day and make sure that everybody stays alive. Or maybe your kids are a little older and now you're caring for an aging parent. Now, I do believe there is space in survival mode for tiny goals, for daily habits that help take care of us, that help take care of the people that we love the most. But survival mode is not the time for those big, hairy, scary, massive growth goals. Maybe you're in maintenance mode. It seems like life is just rolling along. You've found good routines and rhythms for yourself, for your family, for your work. And you have a little bit of room for some goals. But you're not in big, hairy, scary goal territory. And that's okay. Maintenance actually is a beautiful place. And most of us, I think, spend most of our time here, where we're making those incremental changes, the small goals. But the problem is we get to January and we want big, giant goals all the time. And we forget that we could be amazing in maintenance mode. And that maintenance mode can be amazing for us because that's when we're dialing in those rhythms that we have found that actually are working, that are making life easier, that are, giving us a little bit of breathing room. But then there are times when we're going to be in growth mode. Maybe that's in the transition when you've sent your kids off to college and all of a sudden you have extra time because you're not having those daily responsibilities of taking care of your kids and your household. Maybe you're ready to take the next step in building a business or writing a book or going back to school and learning something new so that you can get that next promotion at work. In growth mode, you've got space to breathe and you can chase those bigger goals. Take a pause and get honest about what season we're actually in. Then we start to get stuff in alignment. We can start to build habits. We can start to have goals that actually fit. But the other thing about seasons is sometimes they make us comfortable. And not just maintenance mode. Sometimes we get comfortable in survival mode too. Sometimes we feel that internal nudge that it's time to take a step and a bigger step. But we're kind of comfortable. We feel safe where we are. We don't want to mess up this flow that we've got going. So part of knowing your season and being honest about it is also being honest when that season changes and it's time for your goals to change. And it's not easy. As much as we like to drive and we like to push ourselves and we like to grow and challenge ourselves and achieve, sometimes that next step is a little scary. And sometimes part of the process is being honest about the fact that the season has changed and it's time for you to make a change. But I know you can do it because you're here. You've shown up to learn about the seasons and to learn a better way for your own life. So what do you do with this? Well, you know I love my 15-minute challenges. So your daily 15 challenge for this week is grab your 15 minutes and a cup of coffee. Spend a little time thinking about what season you're actually in. Is this really just survival mode? Am I in maintenance mode? Are things leveling out a little bit and I feel like we can breathe and things are rolling along because we found the rhythms that we needed in this season? Or maybe you are in growth mode and you've got margin and you're ready to use it and you're ready to do something big and bold. And maybe it's time for a change. Learn your season, make sure your goals are in alignment with that, and make the small changes that you need to make.